What was your name again?
It's Werther.
That'll be 620, please. Thank you. And your receipt.
Thank you.
Thanks. Nobody I know likes him.
He gave me nightmares.
A total fool.
I mean, skydiving.
Jeepers. My son was born with very bad asthma, so I'm doing a jump for Asthmatics UK, the big asthma charity.
I must just be bonkers.
Well, he never actually got any respect. He didn't realize that. I had no reason to talk to him or discuss anything with him or have a laugh with him or buy him a drink. Violence is never all that far away. I sometimes would be with other friends too, and they would say, "Oh, don't take any notice of that asshole." I didn't ever actually threaten him. I had to hurt him.
Rocky Balboa has had a huge effect on my life. He's the people's hero. I mean, whenever I've needed a boost, Rock's been there for me. Yeah, thick and thin. I mean, I'm no big guy. But in other ways, you know, I'm a little like him.
I'm quite a nice person. I like you. You know, we like a lot of people. But he's just a fucking idiot. But, you know, but he's alright. He's not really alright. He's mental. He was nice at once when we first met him, he was alright. But it just went downhill. You know, it's like cheese, I suppose. It's really nice first, and then you just leave it for months, don't you? And it just goes downhill, really. I think he's a bit like cheese. Oh, what an idiot.
I'm running!
Of course I loathed him. I mean, we all did. One particular friend and I became quite well known. We were really the spearheaders of the "Isn't he dreadful" sort of campaign, which for some reason he remained completely oblivious to. He's just an idiot. This lumbering oaf of a man. I think he was actually aggressively trying to be tedious as some kind of aggressive trope. It drove us all insane. He would always talk to me, but since I didn't know anyone else there, I couldn't really get away. I had to leave in the end. I couldn't bear any longer to share a workplace with the man.
Manners cost nothing. I mean, I wouldn't really mind if they did, you know. I'd still pick up the tab.
He just really ought to sort of keep a low profile, but he doesn't. He regrettably is always there in your face, carping away about this and that. I remember when I arrived and I pointed at a photograph of him, and I said to the person standing next to me, I had no idea who it was, "God, look at this guy here, he's a complete gimp." And instead of concurring with me as any sensible person would, they said that's the most offensive thing I've ever heard. He's probably incredibly nice. But I think as anyone who came across him will attest, that subsequently proved to be completely untrue.
So you don't like him? No.
He's really horrible.
Yeah.
I didn't think I could hate anyone before I met him. We proved quite well that I could. There was kind of a cult of hate. Yeah, there were a few screaming matches. A lot of very docile people got extremely angry. This is what we bonded over. We bonded over hating him. I invented about 10 new swear words through him. He enabled me to just expand my swearing, my expletive vocabulary. And also go back to schoolyard and remember words which are so satisfying to say when you're 13 and then it's just forgotten, like dickweed, dickwad, knob end, and penis breath. That was quite a favourite. A major loser. He sucked ass.
I do love a good hot dinner. Well, I've had more hot dinners than... well.
We drowned him in the end. That was just a fantasy. We were going to throw him overboard. He just wanted to grab him by the head and just... just get the top of his head and squeeze and squeeze, and his voice was like that. You could feel it tightening on your brains. He just wanted to go back to his parents and go, what the fuck were you thinking?
Meat and veg.
I don't really know what would happen if I saw him again. I don't really know what would happen. I think, you know, I'd really like to punch him.
My great-great-grandfather swore by the cabbage.
You know, I'd really like to hit him.
It is good that my heart can feel the simple and innocent pleasure a man knows when the cabbage he eats at table is one he grew himself. The pleasure he takes not only in eating the cabbage, but in remembering all those good days. The fine morning he planted it, the mellow evenings he watered it, and the delight he felt in its daily growth.
And I'd also really like to kind of, you know, chain him to a chair with his eyes kind of pinned open and his ears, you know, properly syringed, and sit down quite carefully and list, you know, precisely what is wrong with him for as long as it would take, which would be quite a long time. And then probably I'd get some other people in as well, and we could sit around in a circle and have a kind of open debate about his massive failings. And then probably we could kind of you know, unchain him and take him out into the street and give him a good kicking. Yeah. So there you go.
This is it. This is it. That's the plane. Well, here I go. Wish you luck.
Oh, yes, I think so. I mean, I'm not going at it toe-to-toe with another man. Fighting for my dignity. Letting my fists decide. But that's not really what charity is all about. Doing something for the people. Whatever it is, that's what it's all about. It's about that.